Hi guys, it's me, Makeup by Jordana, or Jordan if you guys know me personally, but you don't yet. Back in the studio. Back in the studio, as you guys can see. I'm just going to be changing like weeklies. It might be like one in my room and then one like actually in a whole setup and everything like that. But today I've gotten a couple of requests to do like more like in-depth eye tutorials or like eye looks or anything like that. So I will be focusing more on that for you guys because you guys have asked multiple times how to do eyeshadow, even though I don't know how to do it at all. But we're gonna be trying that. So as you can see, my base is completely done. So we're actually going to be diving into that and also be talking about today's topic. It's an eye floater. God damn it! I'm sorry. It was an eye floater. And we're actually going to be talking also about, I was not picking my nose, about boys. So if you guys want to see how I talk about boys and what eye look I go off, then keep on watching. To start off, I'm actually just going to blank out my eye using my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer, and also new product that it's not really new, but I picked up, is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer right here. I got the lightest shade in Fair Warm, if you want to buy it or something, I don't know. Actually, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, that's what I'm doing. I was so confused for a second. Anyways, so I'm gonna do that really quickly. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and did one eye off camera, just so I can get an idea of the look that I wanted to do and everything. But I'm going to actually zoom you guys in just a little bit so I can show you guys.
I'm okay.
So I can show you guys a little bit more in depth and go a little bit more in depth, because like one person, some people have asked for, you know, just a little bit more in depth on how I do some of my eyeshadow and some of my looks like that. So I'm actually going to zoom you guys and do that and everything like that. So today I'm going to be using my Beats by Deb, Playing Your Makeup by Yolando palette, the Beat Down palette. Love this palette so much. And as you can see, we kind of went for like a more like a sunset kind of look situation happening. And I'm going to take the shade Summer Nights in the palette. It's that purple shade down here, right here. And I'm just gonna start building my shape with this. And we're gonna try to go for like a more rounded type of shape. I'm gonna stay like right here. Yeah, great. So I'm not out of frame. Literally. And the way that I usually do it is I'll pack the shade in first. I'm so close. 4K. Pores. Pores galore.
You want to define what those packed mean?
Oh yeah. And when I'm packing the shade in, I'm just taking like a small little taper brush here. This is a Morphe M506 brush. You can take any small taper brush that you have to do this step. It doesn't really matter. I just use this brush. I really like it for like a little bit more finer work and everything like that. But I'll take this and I'll pat the shades in first, and then I'll go and blend it out, pat it into like the actual shape that I want it to be in, like my eye shape and everything like that. And I do take it into my crease and everything like that. Sometimes I will go above my crease, but since there's shadow going there, you can just keep it in the crease for now, because later on we're going to be cutting it anyway. So, and it's okay if like this inner portion is kind of open and empty, so it's perfectly fine for all of that. And I'll just go in and pack everything. It's so weird because I turn my head. I turn my head every time. I'm just like like every 15 seconds. So once you have that in the desired shape that you want, I went for like a more rounded type of shape, as you can see. I'm also going to go into a different palette. If you don't have to have like the same palettes, this is like a Revolution makeup palette. I'm just going to take this maroon shade. I'm actually going to take the shade Fifi. If I could figure out my camera angle. It's probably like Fifi right here. And the shade Cheer right here. And then we're just going to dip into those. And then we're going to blend that out. You can also pack this in as well. I'm using a small little brush as well. Tapered brush. Anything small. Just so you can kind of blend out that purple. I'm just taking it and I'm going in like tiny motions. You can just scrape the outer portion of that purple with the brush. And that further helps build the shape that you want. It's the way we said we were going to talk about boys, and then this turned into a full-blown tutorial. Let's talk about boys. Let's talk about men. Deserve no rights. None. They deserve no rights. Horrible creatures. However, there have been some like great experiences I had. I remember when I was with one of my friends and I was going on a date with somebody. And you know, like when you're talking to guys or like you're talking to anybody and like you guys like just now meet or anything like that, and I met him on a social media app. Won't say anything about that. I met him on a social media app and it was great. We hit it off and ended up going. We went to like our local mall or whatever, and as soon as we get in the car, we immediately start talking, and my friend's like in the front seat, and it was like a double deek. What the hell is a double deek? Like a double date type of situation, but we never went out to eat with them or anything like that. It was more of just like a we went out and they were just there because I was already with her, so she just picked me up and we went to go pick up the guy. And after we went to go pick up the guy, we went to the mall, and he was like, we got the car, and immediately we like zoomed in the mall. And like my friend and her boyfriend were just like, where the hell are they going? Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? We go in and we hit it off. It's like really fun. It's really cool, really nice and whatnot. And she's like, I can't find you guys. We're just gonna leave and go and have food. Now remind you, she's our ride. She's my ride. Well, both of ours pretty much. So she leaves us in the mall together and she goes and gets food. And like, why would you leave? Like, and it's a double date. Like, where are we going? Like where are we supposed to go? Like the mall is, like our mall is relatively small. So like, how the hell are we gonna like make it around this mall and enough time for her to go sit down and eat? Like not in the mall, but like somewhere outside of the mall. So we're like, okay, we'll figure it out. And as we're walking around and everything, he's looking at like puppies and stuff like that. Like he wants to go to like the dogs and everything like that. And I'm like, I'm an H&M. For you guys who don't know, H&M is like my all-time favorite store. Like the best thing ever. This looks horrible. We're gonna keep going. But H&M is like my all-time favorite store and everything like that. So I was very much in there. And he was great. He was lovely. It was just super duper awkward, like having our friend leaving. Also, you're just gonna blend this out until you get to like the desired blend that you want. Don't worry so much about the inside. It's gonna look like this for a minute. Just leave it be. Also, so I'm gonna take this orange shade. I'm gonna take the shade Juicy and the shade Tangerine Tings from the palette. They look the same on camera. They are not the same at all. They are nowhere near the same. But I'm just gonna take those two shades. I'm gonna blend out that that maroon shade. You can take any shades that are close to these shades and do the same thing. But
It's not focused on your eye.
It's not focused on my eye. Please focus on my eye. Focus on me. But yeah, it was just kind of awkward. And also, like, me as a person, not super awkward, but like, when I was like just not meeting this person, it was kind of very much rushed. Like, have you guys ever had like those rush experience with like guys or anything like that? If you guys haven't, I don't know what you guys are like doing, but me personally, I've had like not like horrible experiences, but kind of horrible experiences with them. But we were just in the mall and it was really cool. It was really nice. And afterwards we ended up going home, and like as soon as we came in, we were already holding hands and stuff like that. You know, there's like rules. There's like first base, second base, third base, home run, out of the park, foul ball, like all that baseball term. Is that baseball?
Yes. You're right.
I thought it was hockey.
No.
No?
No. First base through home
It's baseball?
and softball.
Hockey?
Hockey is
I
on
thought it was
ice.
hockey.
Hockey has no bases, only 2 goals.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But basketball?
Nope.
Badminton?
Nope.
Something. But no, it was just like it was like he really was at first base like in the first 35 seconds of like even dating, like not even dating, of even meeting me. So it was just like, it was like, how the hell, like my friend's just like, how the hell did this even happen? Like, you guys just met like 45 minutes ago. Like, what's going on here? She's like, you guys hit it off too quick. She's like so concerned. You know how you have like that one friend that's like, okay, how did this even like, like how did this even work? Like, how did this even happen? But it just did. And, you know, I told her, I was like, it just happened, you know. And maybe it's a good sign. And she's like, hell no, that's not a good sign. Like, what the fuck is going on? Well, like, what the heck is going on? Let me not cuss so much.
Our family friendly.
The bleeping is just gonna be, what the heck is going on?
I don't
What?
even believe.
Huh?
I don't even believe.
You don't?
No.
Oh my god, just let me curse. No wonder why
That's why YouTube asks.
No wonder why they're like not putting me in the literal freaking algorithm.
When you upload videos,
Uh-huh.
YouTube will ask, is this video made for kids? And I always hit no.
I'm just scratching the surface of everything. And I'm gonna go back in with that same yellow brush, or blue brush that has yellow on it. And I'm just gonna go back in. Oh, this also had the gold shade on there, so I'm kind of screwed. It's okay. It'll work out in the end. Yeah, it'll work out in the end. Okay, cool. So now that that's all done, you should kind of have something like this. It might look horrible, like mine. Wow. Ooh. I looked in here, and I thought that this eye was on this, like, this eye was on this side.
Oh, no.
Because it's reversed, so I almost went in. So once you are all done blending and everything like that, you should have something like this. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer that you guys seen earlier. Did I show you guys earlier? Sponsor me. Okay. Also with the guy that I went to the mall with, that was kind of boring. So let's move on to a different guy I went to the mall with before. The mall is like the best meeting place for like all of your dates. If you have to go on any date, go to the mall. Go to the mall. Like, they have no choice but to act right. Like, go to the mall. They deserve nothing. So take them to the mall. So they have nothing to buy. So it's like, and I did all of this like while I was in high school, so yeah. But I went with this one guy and we went to go see a movie. And he very much brought like his friends and everything like that, so it was like more of like a group thing. And so I brought like my one friend that I have, and my one really good friend that I have, and she came with me, and we went and we met up with him and whatever, and he had like his friends, and he was trying to put like her on with like his friends and everything like that. And me and him had already been talking. We were kind of like a thing at that point. So hold on. Let me cut this perfectly. I don't know how I'm cutting a crease and talking at the same time. Like, I can't even walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. The fact that I'm trying to do this is just beyond me. So now that you have it all cut and everything like that, I went for like a half cut crease type of moment. If you guys don't know how to do that, literally you take any type of concealer. I usually try to use like a really light one. I stopped so it can focus on me. Wrong eye. Like a really light one just to help with pigment and shadow stick. That's usually what I would do. And since you already cut the crease right here, you can go ahead and go back in with all the shades that you used before to go ahead and fill the crease back in. And then work your way to this gold shade that I have over here. So I'm going to take the shade Summer Nights that I used earlier to make that actual shape. And then I'm going to put it right here. And now that that's there, I'll take it and I'll blend it out with the same brush just a little bit just to get that nice fade. And I'm literally just scraping the brush across. And to help, anyway, you can tilt your head back. And I learned this from James Charles, honestly. I learned it from him. You can tilt your head back, or you could hold your mirror down further so you don't look up. It overall just helps. One, it keeps the mirror like out of frame too. And also so everybody can see. So it's easier to see like what exactly you're doing if you're looking for that. And then you'll have that nice fade. And honestly, right here, this could be a look and you can just call it quits. But I'm just going to take it a little bit more further just by repeating every shade that was there. And I'm going to go back into that other palette that had that maroon, those two shades that I used for maroon shades, the shades Cheer and Fifi from earlier. And I'm going to pack that in right next to it using that same tapered brush. By packing, I'm just pressing it in and getting the most pigmentation that I possibly can. You know, when I do my makeup, some people are just like here for like the memetry.
People said
are
that.
Here for, oh, I know they are. They're here for the gaggery, the foolery, the beastery,
The
absolute tomfoolery of me doing this. No, and you could honestly stop at any given point anywhere, and then this could be the look. But I like to do a little bit more, so I'm just going to continue to keep going. And then it should look like something like this. And you can go ahead and you can blend it out. And if you want to, you can blend it all the way into the inner corner, but you don't have to. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go back in really quickly and try to work that back out for a second so that it doesn't look super weird and awkward. Yes, it's happening. So now I'm going to take the really high intense gold shade and the Beat Down palette. The shade Billionaire is right here in the middle, right there. If it focuses, if it does not reflect. Right there, right here. And I'm gonna take this on a flat brush, any type of flat brush that you can just press any type of pigment on into, and then I'm gonna press it right here. And I know some people that would I know some people that would wet their brushes, spraying it with like setting spray or anything like that whenever they do see a shimmer shade. But I mean, like, come on, this one is like very pigmented, so it's like, what is the purpose of even doing that? And when I say pigmented, I mean like it has a lot of color to it. It has a lot of base to it. It just makes it pop a lot more, if that makes sense. And then since that is there, I'm just gonna go back into those two maroon shades, and then I'm going to buff that out. Pack it in, and when I'm saying pack, I mean just like patting it in. And bam. And that's exactly how you get this type of cut crease type of look. And then you can go back in and just like reblend some things out. Everything like that. Make sure everything's super blended and all this type of stuff. And I always do end up going back and stuff like that just to make sure. And I'm actually gonna pop a lash on really quick and I'm gonna come right back. So now that I popped the lash back on this eye, I'm just gonna swipe my brows. Just put the e.l.f. Wow Brow through my eyebrows really quickly. And just brow gel them up to Jesus, literally, so they don't move. And then I'm gonna go into bronzing and contouring and blush and everything like that. So for bronzer, or well, contour really, to be completely honest, I'm going to be using the same NYX palette that I always use, the two shadow shades. And I'm just going to put those in the hollows of my cheeks, if I can find my brush. Okay, cool. But yeah, what are some crazy experiences that you guys have had with guys or boys or anything like that? You guys should most definitely sound off in the comments below. And also watch the past couple of videos that I have out. They're really entertaining, really fun, really fresh, amazing. Really meme-tronic, very meme-tandra. Very much that. If you guys really like the beats, you guys should continue to do that. But I remember one time I went to the movie theater with this one guy, and it was me and my friend and his friends, and we went and we're sitting and we're watching like some sappy movie. We were really gonna try to go and watch like a scary movie, but we were all like super young, like we were still in high school and stuff like that. So we were super young, we couldn't really get in, and as we're like trying to go and watch the movie, we end up going to like a different movie. We're gonna like sneak in the movie theater and everything like that, you know. And as we're watching like the movie, I forgot exactly which one we went to go see, but we went in to go and watch the movie. We are all the way at the top of the actual like movie, at the movie theater. Like, you know how you sit all the way in the back, which is like all the way in the top, and we're up there, and like a family of like 4 is like sitting right next to us or whatever, and it's like me, my date, and my friend, and then like it wasn't enough seats for his friends, so my friend ended up taking their spot, sitting right next to me, because I wasn't sitting next to anybody else besides like her and him. So as we're like in the movie theater and everything like that, we're like, like talking to each other, or like all up hugging on each other and everything like that, and we're like, we start like kissing and stuff like that. This is family friendly. Start smooching. That.
You and the dude?
Yeah. Yeah. So as maybe this looks really good like that. So as we're like, smooching it up or whatnot, this family of 4 is sitting right next to us, and like it's like their kids, like 2 kids, like a dad and like a mom, and they're right next to us, and all of a sudden like they just start looking over at us. Like I like look up from like us like making out and whatever, and they're staring at us. Like they're just staring at us, like all of them. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, are you for real? Like they're like looking at us, and we're and it's like, this movie is like not appropriate to be like making out in. Like this is not a makeout type of movie. Like this is like a sad movie, like total 100% like sad movie all the way down. And we are sitting over here in this movie theater making out while this family of 4 is watching us just completely go ham. And we stop and we look over and they're just staring at us, and we're like, and my friend's like, you guys are loud. I'm like, I'm like, what? I'm like, how are we loud? So I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm ready to just like, crash my face into a complete and utter oblivion at this point, because like, wow, we were like that loud and we're like in the movie theater. I was like, oh my god, that's so rude. Like the disrespect and everything like that. I'm like, oh my god. But you know, in my head, like I'm younger, so like in my head I'm like, oh, look at me, I just did that. Like, oh my god, right. That is not cute. Like, that was not cute at all. Like making out in the fucking movie theater while they were there just watching us, like looking at us like.
But how many other people were in the theater?
It was like a billion other people in the theater. Like this movie was like the movie to go see, and we're like going
and
to
there
go.
were kids.
Yeah, there were kids in there, and so I'm cutting my cheek with some translucent powder, by Wet n Wild, and everything like that. So there's kids in there, like they are all in there, like just like they're not like staring at us or anything like that. But they're looking, like they're dead ass, like staring at us. Like they're like, what are you guys doing? Hey. Like the family right next to us. So I'm like, oh my god, like this is horrible. And so like we stop and like, you know, like we're cuddling and everything, and then after that, like, we leave the movie theater, and we're, like, laughing and stuff like that, and, like, they're waiting for, like, their rides to come, we're waiting for, like, our rides to come and everything like that, because, we didn't, like, at the time, nobody was driving, because, you know, like, we're younger, so nobody was really driving like that for real, and after that, like, when he left, we didn't even kiss, and I never heard from him again, and that's how I became Kim Kardashian. So now that the cheeks and stuff are all cut, we're gonna go in with blush now. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go into lips, if I had like any lips, like if I had any lip products. I'm running so low. Fenty Beauty, please sponsor me. Imagine. So I'm just gonna line my lips using the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Protector, 85 Protector. Was that good ASMR?
It was loud and clear.
Did you guys like it? You guys like my ASMR? And I'm gonna take my Revolution gloss, which I'm literally running out of. I'm scraping the sides of the freaking bottle. Insanity. Bam. Okay. Now I have to add my beauty marks, because I forget them every time. And then I take pictures and I'm trying to figure out why do I look so weird.
Did you prime?
Oh yeah, I primed. I did my base before I even got here, so most definitely was primed. And this is the finished look. Also, don't talk to boys. Like, just had to get that point across before like anything else. Don't talk to boys. What do they have? What are you giving them? Can't build a man. Every time you build a snowman, a snow woman. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. We don't have time to build men around here. No. No. None of that. Don't talk to him. Take him to the mall. Let him get caught up in public. Don't go on dating apps. They're horrible. They're trash. They remind me of Townhouse Crackers. Wait, I actually kind of like Townhouse Crackers. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Don't talk to him. And it's not because of my love life. It's because of everybody's. I run everybody's love life, okay? And men's not part of them. Mic drop. I don't want to drop that. So, anyways. Don't do that. This is the finished look. Yes. Yes. Love that for me. But yeah, okay. So, also, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys do please press the subscribe button down below and also hit the bell notification to get notified every time I do upload a new video. Also, please go ahead and watch my last video. It should be right up here, somewhere along the screen. You guys can go ahead and click it and watch it. Also, please let me know if you guys want any more in-depth tutorials. If you want like more looks on how to do types of eyeshadow or any types of look like that, please let me know down below. Also, follow me on all social medias that are going to be down below in the description box there. And if you guys liked all of the products and everything will also be in the description box down below too, as well. Please make sure you guys hit that like button. Always like. It should be right here. I'm just gonna like the video. Get me into the algorithm. And then I can get out. Period. But yeah, that's it. Bye.
I wasn't recording. I'm just playing.
Oh my god. I was gonna be like, that was my best outro.
Yeah, that
and
was
you
really
were
good.
not. So like what?
That was really good.
Oh my god, I was gonna cry.
Man.